I've always done writing as part of everything that I've done in the past, just various creative enterprises. I write songs and do music and write essays and, you know, short plays and sketch comedy and all these things. And during my 20s, I was living in Chicago and probably pursuing everything creatively that I could think of all at once and waiting for something to choose me. I got a job right out of graduate school working for a local television show in Chicago, and so I was doing writing for that, but I was also writing music, and I was doing a little bit of performing. I was writing plays and also performing on stage and doing the music thing and playing coffee houses and blues clubs. And ultimately, I was just waiting for something to choose me. And what happened was somebody suggested, well, why don't you write a screenplay for a movie? And I thought, oh, I like movies. And so I wrote one and looked at it and said, that was fun. I didn't like that particular screenplay and didn't do anything with it. But then I wrote another one and sent it out, and somebody bought it. And all of a sudden I was a screenwriter. I thought that was easy. I'll do this. And so I just kept doing it, and I haven't had any reason to do anything else since. It good, that good part. Writing a screenplay is not so hard. That's all about knowing where the margins are. Writing a good screenplay is almost impossible. I think part of it has to do with being original, trying to do something that feels fresh when there have been so many movies made, and also, particularly in Hollywood, a tendency to try and remake the same movies over and over again. So it's writing a movie that's original that becomes really difficult. And there's something very formal about the enterprise of writing a screenplay. It can't be longer than 2 hours. So the kind of story you tell, whatever it is, it has to be as engaging and as exciting as possible within that 1.5 to 2 hour period. And that forces certain kind of conventions on you. Places where, oh, we really want to have them gripped in the story by here, or else they're going to leave or change the channel or walk out of the theater. There's a certain kind of efficiency built into screenwriting that's very elegant, but that makes it as hard to craft as a very finely crafted piece of sculpture, furniture, something like that. And making it all come alive when you just start putting together all the pieces of things that you visualize that would be wonderful. It all seems in your mind to be wonderful, but then when you look at what you've created on the page, it's like a Frankenstein's monster. You've got a head, you've got the hands, you've got the feet, you've got the body. You thought of everything, and when you look at it, it's still just a bunch of dead meat lying there on the table, and you're trying to get a pulse to go through the thing. What makes it real? It's a complete artifice. It's completely made up. It's all these things from your head and your desires and dreams, and, you know, it isn't real yet, and somehow something has to spark off the page that makes you to join the life that's going on in this world that you've created. And to make that smooth life feel real, when the whole thing is artifice, it all has agenda, it's all people you've created in worlds that don't even exist. Making that feel real, that's the absolute impossible thing. Being original, making it feel real, and making it all fit. It's the easiest thing in the world, and it's absolutely impossible. Screenwriting is an art form, but it's also a craft. It's both of those things. It's a commercial art. And both of those things you need to be good at. If you just know the craft and you don't have any sense of the art, that means you don't have anything to say and you don't have an interesting way to say it. If it's all art and no craft, then you've got these great ideas, but you aren't able to articulate them in a way that makes it all work out as a good blueprint for building a great movie. So I definitely think there's a great deal of artistry involved. I've never seen a good screenplay that was nothing but craft.